reply to Tim Bushnell. He's a guy that has been exchanging writings in Wendy Lynn G. Facebook profile, one of her posts. This is just a very long conversation now, and I cannot put it in its entirety, but I will begin in a sufficiently pertinent point. Tim Bushnell says, "It's always amazing to me that people who decide to be critical of religious loons, like Wendy and myself, ignore the fact that it was a group of religious loons like us that boarded the Mayflower and founded this country. To this I say that there seems to be an implication somehow that I owe something to the Mayflower passengers. I do not. I'm not even an American. I'm an anarchist. I'm against countries. So invoking the founding of this country, of your country, not mine, as some sort of benefit to me, because you're arguing with me, so you're offering benefits to me, is vacuous." Now, you give me President Thomas Jefferson's quote, "No nation has ever existed or been governed without religion, nor can be. The Christian religion is the best religion that has been given to man, and I, as chief magistrate of this nation, am bound to give it the sanction of my example." We could disregard that this quote is not a profession of belief by Thomas Jefferson. Okay? If you read the quote, you actually read it, you'll find out that he's not saying that he believes it. He's just saying that amongst religions that he knows, at least, that he knew, the Christian religion is the best. This doesn't make it good. That makes it the best. Okay? The best that he knows, according to his opinion, of course. But more relevant is my reply to you, because I say that I can provide you with numerous quotes by your founding fathers, from Thomas Paine to Jefferson, that are pretty much acrimonious towards religion, and specifically Christianity. But let's just read what I wrote, because you go further. You quote Ayn Rand in defense of your God belief. You say, "I am not primarily an advocate of capitalism, but of egoism. And I am not primarily an advocate of egoism, but of reason. If one recognizes the supremacy of reason and applies it consistently, all the rest follows." Ayn Rand. And then you make a very sui generis interpretation and quote the scriptures as evidence for your position. "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and instruction." Proverbs chapter 1, verse 7. Now, this quote from the Ayn Rand does not support your quote from the Bible. It does not. And I say, Tim, you can't quote the Bible as evidence or support for the Bible. That is called circular reasoning. Were you not aware of that? It is also not honest to quote an atheist writer like Rand to prove a biblical point when the message of the quote has the implication of disbelief or lack of faith and not of belief in a God. If you care, I could point you to some quotes of your founding fathers with really negative words about religion and Christianity, from Thomas Paine to Jefferson himself. And regarding Wendy, I am always open to changing my mind with evidence. If you say you know or had access personally to some information, instead of just asserting that and expecting others to just take your word for it, maybe you could be clear and transparent about what happened to you to make you be in a position of knowing God. That's what we're talking about, as compared to us limited to reason and evidence atheists. Are you saying you saw or heard God? You had a conversation with Him like Moses or Jesus? I hope you realize I don't consider praying to be a conversation, and a warm, fuzzy feeling in your stomach or chest after one way talking to God to be evidence of God, just as the same sensations could be caused by drug consumption. As we all know, drug does a great job at relaxing the body and giving you warm, fuzzy feelings. What I want to know is if you have any experience that could only be explained by the existence of the biblical God. And now I say, the same character that says, if you, a woman, gets raped, the rapist owes your dad 100 pieces of silver and has to marry you, the victim. That you'll burn eternally for a limited time offense. That is all powerful and all good and made us in his image, and yet our nature, which he is responsible for designing, is capable of putting evil into existence, and he does nothing about it, making others, innocent, pay for our bad decisions. And the God that has a plan knows everything that you'll do, but still you are said to have free will. LOL. The level of evasion that takes to bypass all these tiny little problems with the Bible God character is mind-boggling. To which Tim replies, Mr. T, look, he's addressing me because in Facebook I'm Salazar T, look. What you're trying to do is reduce the creator of the universe into human relativism. Okay, this is assuming there is a creator to the universe. My line of reasoning does not assume the existence of a creator of the universe. So I'm not trying to reduce something that I don't believe in to anything. I don't believe him, so I'm not trying to reduce something that I don't believe in to human relativism. Now, I do acknowledge that both me, you, and everybody else is in a condition of human relativism because we are all human and all our knowledge comes through our human senses. Therefore, it is formatted by our human perception and is therefore human relative. I apologize because I have an advantage in that I was once where you are. This phrase is totally patronizing, condescending, and totally irrelevant to the point. Because, for instance, 5 minutes ago I was standing in a solid ground. Now I've stepped into a puddle of those quicksands. So this kind of establishes that where you once was is not necessarily a proof that where you are now is progress or more advanced or more enlightened position. You may have been better than what you are now. For instance, people that now have cancer and then had not cancer are not better just because they were in another position previously. So saying to some guy that you have an advantage because you were once an atheist is totally irrelevant. Then, when Moses went up on the mount, God referred to himself as I am. All you see, all you are, all you'll ever be or experience, past and future, I am. What does this mean? And how is this an argument against what I said? Where is the evidence? Where are the facts? Are you just playing with words? That's how it is for me. So you're conveying a totally subjective experience of your concept of God and making it so you've totally conveyed it through your explanation, through your totally ambiguous explanation. Now, in your mind, my mind, God is on trial. No, it isn't. I don't believe God. God is not on trial. We have to establish God first to put him on trial. But I do put the Bible character on trial. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? To establish a claim that he's all good. Can't I compare with what is supposedly known about God? Can't I turn to the maximum ultimate reference, authority reference for God, the Bible? Can't I do that? Why? Now, truth isn't dependent on whether you believe it or not. I totally agree. How is that a point against my claim that God does not exist, or at least that it is not proven that it exists. How is this an argument? How is this an argument? This is like a truism. It's an evident truth. Yeah, truth does not depend on what you think. Meaning, things happen regardless of your perception. The tree still falls in the wood even though you're not there to see it fall. Yeah?